Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Jude, also known as the Jump Rope Veteran. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through a regular day of intermittent fasting. What I ate to lose 40 pounds and lower my cholesterol by 80. I've been getting a good bit of requests for a video like this, so I figured I'd put it out there for everybody so that you have access to this information. Before we get into the video, if you could, please do me a huge favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with your friends. And share other videos on the channel with your friends. If you could do that and support me, it would mean so much to me. It would let me know that you're getting value out of the content, and it would help me to produce more content to provide value back to you. So please do that for me. And after you've done that, let's get into the video. Thank you. Hey, good morning everybody. The way that I start off a day with intermittent fasting is with a cup of water. So I get about 16 to 18 ounces of water and I drink that down. And a cup of black coffee. So you get yourself some black coffee. It's important not to put anything in it. If you put something in it, creamer or something like that, that has sugar in it, and you don't want to start your day with sugar. That's probably the most important rule of intermittent fasting, is you don't want to break your fast with sugar. I've been fasting at this point for about 12 or 13 hours, so in about 3 or 4 hours is when I'll have my first meal, and we'll go through that together as well. All right, so morning time, you get your cup of black coffee and 16, 18, 20 ounces of water. All right, I'll see you in a few hours. Hey, what's going on everybody? In this clip of the video, I'm gonna take you through the first meal of the day after breaking your fast of 16 hours. The first meal of the day is gonna consist of fats and proteins. So good fats like unsaturated fats, monounsaturated, polyunsaturated fats, and proteins. So pure protein in the form of an egg white. So for the first meal of the day, what you're going to want to do is have 4 egg whites. You're going to have 3 or 4 egg whites. That's going to be about 17 calories per egg white. You want to peel the eggshell off and take the yolk out. 17 calories per egg white. And then you're going to want to have something like this, some almonds, a serving of almonds. A serving of almonds is about 100, it ranges between 180 and 200 calories. The reason why you want to have pure proteins and good fats is because you want to keep your blood sugar low. Because when your blood sugar is high, after you've eaten an excess amount of carbohydrates or added sugar, your pancreas releases insulin into your bloodstream, and insulin is a fat burn blocker. Insulin is a lipogenic, which means as it's flowing through your bloodstream, it's keeping your cells from burning fat. So that's the reason why you want to start the day and break your fast, your 16-hour fast, with pure protein and good fats. So you get your good fats from the almonds and you get your pure protein from the egg whites. And that's the first meal of the day. I'll see you in about an hour for the second meal of the day. All right, what's up everybody? It's been about an hour and a half since we ate the eggs, the 4 eggs, and the serving of almonds. And that was our first meal of the day. Remember, we were focused on limiting carbohydrate intake to almost 0 while maximizing good fat and protein intake. So that's why we had the eggs, good protein, good, nice, clean protein. And then that's also why we had the fat from the almonds. The almonds equals the good fat, the unsaturated fat. So for this second meal, which is about an hour to an hour and a half after the first meal, you are going to want to make a shake. That's what I do. I got a blender bottle here. I like blender bottles. They separate all the elements into the shake pretty well. What I'm going to put into the shake, I'm going to put 1 serving of unsweetened almond milk It's 30 calories per serving, and it's a cup per serving, and they actually have a measurement in the blender bottle that will help me. So my measurement will be basically precise, and I'll be getting 30 calories of almond milk. Almond milk is good because this one is unsweetened. You want to get the unsweetened almond milk. It has barely any carbohydrates. It has less than 1 gram of carbohydrates, 0 grams of sugar. It has 1 gram of protein, so you don't get carbohydrates, but you also don't get much protein. But this, more in a sense, acts as a flavor. It's better than having water, and there's some flavor to the almond milk, and I prefer drinking protein with almond milk rather than water. I just prefer the taste of the almond milk. So I'm gonna do 1 cup or 1 serving of almond milk. I'm gonna pour that in. And like I said, these blender bottles have a line that separates out the measurements for you, so you know exactly what you're getting. Then I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of PB2 powder. And this is basically like peanut butter, except without all the bad stuff, without the hydrogenated oils, without the sugar. There's 2 grams of sugar in this and 4 grams of carbohydrates. This is basically nothing. So I'm going to put, and I can even put 1 teaspoon in here. A serving is 2 teaspoons. I can put 1 teaspoon in here and it'll only be 1 gram of sugar. So I put in a teaspoon of this. This is 25 calories. So far I have about 55 calories in here. And that's the second ingredient of the protein shake. And this also has 5 grams of protein. So I'm at 6 grams of protein right now. Excuse me for a second. Now comes the protein. This is the centerpiece of this shake. This Rival US protein is pretty good. I've been using it for a while. It has 1 gram of sugar. That's exactly what you're looking for. A lot of proteins out there, they have more sugar than they actually have protein, and it just kind of defeats the purpose of eating protein or drinking protein if you're getting a big sugar bomb with it. It completely defeats the purpose of a protein shake. But anyways, it does have 24 grams of protein. So 24 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, and then 2 grams of carbohydrates. So this is exactly what you're looking for. High protein, low fat, in this case 1 gram of fat, and low carbohydrates and virtually no sugar. This is 110 calories. So right now I got 30 calories from the almond milk. I got 25 calories from the peanut butter powder, and now I have 110 calories from the protein. And this protein, this is the glazed donut kind. It's pretty good. I ran out of the chocolate peanut butter one. I like that one a little bit better. But this is 1 serving. So you just put that in. Sorry about that. You just put that in here. Put that back. And that's the shake, right? I got it ready to go. So all I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna put the top on here, and I'll see you guys later for dinner time. So right now what you should have done is you should have done the first meal, which is the eggs and the almonds, and then the second meal, which is the shake. And at this point you've had virtually no carbohydrates. You've been eating really good unsaturated fats, and you've been eating a lot of protein. And especially if this was a day that you worked out, this protein would be helping you recover. So, all right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. And right now I'm gonna take this shake down. All right, see you guys. All right, welcome back everybody. This is the final clip of a day of intermittent fasting with me, and I'll be going through what I ate for dinner. And the dinner meal, as you can probably imagine, is going to be the biggest meal because up to this point I haven't consumed too many calories. I've completed a workout. I've also done a few walks around my neighborhood, and I've jumped some rope as well. So up until this point I was operating at a pretty big calorie deficit until I ate dinner. And this is by design. Dinner with this intermittent fasting plan is designed to be the biggest meal of the day, and that's how it's supposed to work. So with that, I'm going to take you through what I ate. So the first thing I ate was a pizza from the store Lidl. This pizza here, for the entire container, it's 900 calories, split it in half. So I had about 450 calories with this pizza. This pizza has very little sugar in it, 4 grams of sugar per serving. So I probably had about 6 grams of sugar, which is not too bad for a pizza. And this during dinner is the time where you can consume carbohydrates, but you want to keep them, you don't want to go crazy with the carbs. Carbs get a bad rap mainly because we just eat too many carbs. But you can eat carbs at dinner. This is when it's designed and programmed into the plan to eat carbs, so you can do that. Second thing was I had a serving of these tortilla chips with some homemade salsa. It is 140 calories per serving, and I just had 1 serving. So 1 serving, 140 calories of these chips. We watched a movie earlier, so I did drink a beer, and this, going back to the intermittent fasting deal, it provides you some flexibility if you can keep your portion control right. So I had 1 beer. This is about 150 calories right here, and I just drank this one. And so I keep my discipline, I keep the portion control down. If you don't think that you can be disciplined enough to just drink 1 beer, then leave the beer out, or don't eat tortilla chips, and then that makes room for another beer. So it's all about give and take and finding out what you can and can't do. The thing I ate were these peanut butter filled pretzels. It's 120 calories per serving. It's about 9 or 10 pretzels in a serving. These are really good. They don't have very many carbohydrates in them, and they have peanut butter in them as well, and the peanut butter in there doesn't have any hydrogenated oils or anything bad in it. These are a really good pick-me-up snack if you are feeling hungry. Just have maybe a half a serving or serving of these peanut butter pretzels, and it really helps. It gives you a good bit of protein from the peanut butter, and also it does have 14 grams of carbohydrates in them, and carbohydrates do give you energy. So the pretzel packed with the peanut butter really gives you a good boost. And then finally, I do like Quest bars. I did have a Quest bar. This is probably my favorite Quest bar right here. I do like Quest bars just because they have only 1 gram of sugar, and each one of them has about 20 grams of protein, give or take. And this is my favorite flavor. It's the chocolate peanut butter. I got a lot of respect for Tom Bilyeu. I listened to his podcast. He has a lot of good insights, and he also just makes really good products that I like. And I'm not being paid to say any of this. I just like the product. So, what I had for dinner this evening. Right now, I am up to around, for the day, around 2,300 calories, and I burned, 2,485 calories. So I plan on going on another walk through the neighborhood tonight, and so as you can see, I'm eating at a deficit. And it really helps to be able to track your calorie count through a Fitbit or some type of fitness tracker so that you know where you're at. And I track my calories that I ingest, that I consume in MyFitnessPal, and in a later episode I can go through exactly how I'm able to track my calories that I intake versus the calories that I expend, and I'll go into further detail with that in another episode. But until next time, remember to stick with the plan, revert back to the earlier videos in the day so you can get a good idea of how to break your fast, and then as you go throughout the day, look forward to dinner where you can afford to splurge a little bit if you've been burning calories. I've been burning calories throughout the day. I've been walking throughout my neighborhood. We went to the store earlier, and I also did a pretty intense jump rope workout. If I hadn't done all those things and I had just been doing work around the house or something like that, and I burned a lot less calories, well, I wouldn't have eaten as much. So you have to have a good idea of where you stand so that you can make the right decisions when it comes to eating at dinner. Because if you eat more calories than you burn, you are not going to lose any weight, and you're not going to get healthier in most cases. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, keep the discipline up, keep keep sticking with the plan. All right, bye-bye. All right, so that is a typical day of a 16-8 intermittent fast. And it's kind of surprising, right? You saw pizza on there, you saw beer, you saw other things that you wouldn't normally associate with a diet. So diets, this is not really a diet. This is just eating what you would normally eat, but just doing it at different times in the day and allowing your body to react at the most optimal way at what you're putting into it. And that's what this is all about. I was drinking beer, eating pizza, but I was watching my portions. I wasn't eating too much of those things, but I was still eating them. And that's what's important. You don't have to go cold turkey on your favorite foods. You just have to watch how much you're eating and just got to stick with the intermittent fasting plan. So I really appreciate you dropping by. Again, if you could do me a big favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends. It would mean so much to me if you could do that. Next week, I'm going to be going back into the jump rope tutorials, and I'm going to be going over the side swing. It's a very essential move to learn, to put into your jump rope tool bag to increase your skills, get the cardio going, and get after it with the jump rope. All right, until next week, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Take it easy.